In this video, I'm just gonna be talking and explaining what has been going on, and also the mistakes that I've made, and context as to why it's happened and what I plan to do moving forward. I'm not really a public speaker, and I've never made like a talking video, but I'm gonna try. Just letting you know, there's gonna be like a lot of sensitive topics that will most likely disturb you, because it's, not good, that I'm gonna be talking about. Just letting you know, so if you don't want to hear about this, you don't, gotta, and I'm just making this so it stops bugging me mentally, as this, has caused me to feel paranoia and trauma due to multiple bad things happening to me over and over. I'm just gonna name some things that's been happening. There's an instance where a friend I had talked to removed me on a platform I was using, and then I chose to remove them on a different platform I had them on, and then things escalated after like 2 months, and a person I had added in the past sent me sensitive info on me, and I panicked and then removed a few people, and then started venting about the excessive paranoia it caused me and how I don't feel safe. Then a few of the people that I vented to about it commented on one other person's profile when I didn't tell them to. Said person escalated the situation, but we cleared our beef, thankfully, I think. Honestly, I should have just kept the problem to myself, so then that wouldn't have happened. But, I was panicking, so that's that. And then another bad thing that happened was when I decided to do business with a friend, and that went poorly when I messed up. I charged a friend like $40 for like a free service that they're gonna use. I wasn't supposed to, and then sold something to them they didn't feel had like the same monetary value I thought of it as was, like I thought that it was, and they felt ripped off. And then my other friend started like threatening me and demanding I pay them back, but I was being stubborn about it, but then finally gave back the funds I owed. Then the friend that complained about the deal for his friends scammed me, and I trusted him with like $300 because I needed an exchange, and I did deserve that to happen, to get a reality check and not treat my friends poorly when doing business. Should have been considerate, and I'm really sorry for that, and it shouldn't have happened. And about the rumor where asking for a dead person's Steam group, the context was that my friend who passed away gave the group to a person I used to be friends with. Then my friend's IRL wanted the group back briefly, just thought he had, so I asked for the group back, like around 2, maybe 3 times ever, and I haven't asked after that. But he chose to harass me about the idea, like, hey, I want this group back, and he would message me, but on like every platform possible, for a good year or more consistently. Then finally he would stop bugging me about it after I have my friend get involved to stop him from bugging me. But then he had his friend like a year later add me randomly and say he got into the account with the group and apparently is in his PC. But he was bluffing just to get me to say if I wanted the group. And even asked if I wanted the person's info or for his house to be barged into, but I wasn't okay with that, since I feel like that'd be far, like too far. Yeah, he's like trash, like he's a trash person, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone, not even like the worst people, because it would cause, problems for people long term mentally. It's just strange how you'll go this far about one person over the most smallest problem to make it a bigger problem. I'm just letting you know, bro. And I made a bigger mistake. Jokingly, a friend asked if I could send pictures, but I said no because I didn't want to do that. But then they would like keep asking me over and over the same question every like now and then, and this would go on for like weeks or like months or something. And so I finally sent them because I was annoyed that they would, keep asking me and bugging me about this, and just felt like it'd make them stop asking. Later on, I would be, I don't know, like pushy, I guess, when at the time I didn't know that was like a bad thing, or didn't understand like the severity, so I didn't think anything of it at the time until much later in like 2023 when friends started saying stuff at me and caused me like paranoia and excessive stress. In 2020 I was 19 and 20 later on in the year, and they were 16 or 17, I'm not sure. Also, not sure if this happened in 2020 or 2021, because I try to forget about the bad stuff, and if I was more aware that what I was doing was a bad thing, then I wouldn't have done that stuff. It's gross, and what happened isn't something I'm okay with at all. Me and the person were friends, even though a lot of the time it was oddly one of the most like toxic friendships I've ever had. But when it wasn't toxic, things were fine, and I didn't think about the toxic moments that was happening, as in like like arguing and shit. I don't think either of us were like purposely trying to be toxic. Just like it just was for some reason. Just we would like be mean to each other, like for like no reason. I don't know why. Also for me, it's kind of like difficult to like for me to want to like cut ties with people, like if I like care about them, they're a friend. I think I only did that bad stuff because they were a friend that would purposely try and talk to me, and they were female, so I think that was also why it happened. I never thought of them in a romantic way. Nah, just a friend I felt like connected to, because they would try and talk to me. This was online, and I don't talk to said person anymore. I'm sorry for all the shit that happened. I'm sorry it like turned out this way, and how it like ruined the friendship, and for not noticing soon enough to quickly step back and just stop. It only occurred to me when, like, oh, I had really messed up when multiple people started complaining at me, and friends I had known for years started removing me and writing bad stuff at me. Sorry for not being aware enough, and I should have just said no much more often, and voiced my opinion on, like, hey, I'm not okay with this. Please stop asking me that stuff, and that, like, it makes me feel not good. Now I only trust myself and a few people. Also, I've always kind of been, like, terrified to, like, talk to people I don't know, or, like, I feel, like, kind of intimidated. I've felt like that for a while. All that, like, bad stuff. That's happened, like, in a span of over a few years, and it just, like, kind of feels like bad stuff doesn't really stop coming my way when I just want to chill out and do my own thing and not be bothered. I just kind of want some peace, and since my brain just can only handle so many bad things happening, everybody has a limit. I have a limit, and I just want to distance myself from all this bad stuff happening. Just want it to stop. I don't want to continue this, like, bad things happening. Also, I started distancing myself from or community, because I just don't really mess with a lot of people. I don't fuck with a lot of people. A lot of people are toxic, and I don't want to be associated with that, because of how many people in comm don't really treat me like a person, and they just see me as like a dumb internet character, pretty much. It's just like, bro, I got a personality too. It's just kind of hard for me to, like, express myself when there's so much, like, excessive drama and negativity. It's just around. It's just not something I want to feel, and it's not something I want to deal with or be around for my own sake. Also, I privated the comments in the past, because it's hard for me to handle when people say things that I don't agree with, or it just, like, bugs me. Like, I'm kind of a sensitive person, and so a lot of stuff can get to me mentally and emotionally, and at times I feel excessively overwhelmed when multiple people try and flip out at me. Also, the reason I distanced myself from a lot of people I had added is just because I never really organized or, like, cleared down my, like, friends list who I had added. I don't got, like, beef with anyone, I don't think, but people just don't like me based on my mistakes, and would prefer to jump to conclusions and have their own idea of me. There's so many times I've felt like I want to, like, permanently leave the internet and shit, and, like, not having online friends anymore, and just keeping to myself, but I haven't, because I feel like I'd wasted my time. Because, yes, I agree, a lot of my time has been wasted on dumb stuff, and hyper focusing on, like, one thing over and over. I don't want to lose people who are nice to me, and yes, I agree, I've made way too many mistakes, but I want to better myself and move past all this, like, all of this bad stuff. I get isolated in my own head at times, and thoughts. Kind of feel trapped, even though I got friends who I feel like really care about me and are genuine, to listen to my problems and give me feedback and voice what they think. If you want to cut ties with me, I fully understand. It's your choice, and again, I'm really sorry for all of this. I just want to move forward and not let this keep bugging me mentally. I would rather just talk about my problems, and just after I'm done talking about them, I'm just gonna try to move past them, not mess up, because I don't like messing up. I think that's it. Thank you, and see ya.